Good morning students, welcome back to Sri Vidya Mandir Higher Secondary School Uttangare. And in these videos we are going to discuss about fruits. It is one of the topic of morphology of flowering plant in NEET area. Morphology of flowering plants, to study about the external features of the flowering plant is called morphology of flowering plant. It maybe includes root, stem, leaf. These are the vegetative parts of the plant body. Flower, fruit, seeds, and these are the reproductive part of the plant body. And now we are going to see the fruit. It is a reproductive part of the plant body. What is called fruit? Then what are how the fruits are classified based on its nature of the pericarp and based on their development. And these are the things now we are going to discuss. Fruit. Define fruit. A refined or fertilized ovary is called fruit. Fertilized or ripened ovary is called fruit. After fertilization, after true fertilization, ovary part of the flower become developed into fruit. Ovule part become developed into seeds. These are the after true fertilization. A fertilized or refined or a matured ovary is called fruit. The study of fruit is called pomology. It is a branch of botany that deals with the study of the structure and the characteristics of fruit is called pomology. Now, in fruits that includes two parts, main parts. One is fruit wall, that is called pericarp. Another one is seed. The pericarp is nothing but ovary wall, or maybe fruit wall is called pericarp. Another one is seed. Pericarp or ovary wall either may be dry in condition or maybe in flesh in condition. In case of fleshy condition, it is further divided into epicarp, mesocarp, then endocarp. Epicarp, outer skinny epicarp. You take for example of mango fruit. Outer skinny epicarp, middle fleshy mesocarp. It is a fleshy region. There may be succulent or juicy condition, that is the edible portion. It is a mesocarp. Inner hard endocarp. So in case of fleshy pericarp, these three are constituted to form pericarp. It is the first portion. Another one is a seed portion. So parts, the fruit generally it's include two parts. One is pericarp, another one is a seed. The next, generally there are three basic type of fruits. If we regarding take the fruit of types of fruit, a basic type, three basic types of fruits. One is eucarp. Then pseudocarp. Third one is parthenocarp. These are the three basic type of fruits. Then what is called eucarp? The word eu means true. It is a true fruit. What is called true fruit? Only the ovary part become developed into fruit after true fertilizations. Only ovary. Only ovary part become developed into fruit. These are called true fruit. For example, mango. It's a true fruit. Other floral parts such as calyx, corolla, androecium does not involve in the development of fruit. Such fruits are called eucarp. Then pseudocarp, it is also called false fruit. Then why do we call it a false fruit? The fruits that develop from the flower other than the ovary. Ovary does not develop into fruit. Other than the ovary, for example, thalamus, pedicels, calyx, these are become developed into fruit. Hence it is also called a false fruit. For example, apple, then pear, pericarp, apple. These are the example for pseudocarp. Pseudo means false. Parthenocarp fruit without active fertilizations. These are called seedless fruits. For example, banana. Usually fruits are formed after fertilization. These are called true fruit. But in some cases, without active fertilization, they directly develop into fruit. These are called parthenocarpic fruits. For example, banana. These are the basic types of fruits. The next, how fruits are classified. Next, classification of fruits. See how fruits are classified based on their origin, nature of the pericarp, I mean fruit wall. It's further classified into three types. One is simple fruit. Simple fruit. The second one is aggregate fruit. Third one is composite fruit, multiple or composite fruit. These are the three types based on their development of fruit, the nature of the pericarp. It is classified into three types. Fleshy fruits, I mean simple fruits. What do you mean by simple fruits? These type of fruits are developed from single flower of the single ovary. Single flower. Only one flower involved in the development of fruit. These are called simple fruit. The next, aggregate fruit. Aggregate fruits are developed from multicarpellary apocarpous superior ovary. Multicarpellary apocarpous superior ovary. Many carpels. So all the carpels are free from one. Apo means free. Free carpels. See, it is a carpels. This is a carpel. Each carpel free from one another. The stalk is called peduncle. Peduncle. Carpels, each carpels are free from one another. It is a many carpels. All the carpels are free. It is a superior ovary. You know that what is called superior ovary? All the floral parts such as calyx, corolla, andrecium arises below the ovary. So the ovary or gynecium placed on the top. Such ovary is said to be superior ovary. The flower is said to be hypogynous, below the gynecium floral parts. So it is aggregate fruit. In aggregate, for example, polyalthia. Althea. Polyalthea. Then another one is custard apple. See, each free carpel become developed into fruitlets. Fruitlets. All the fruitlets are fused together to form aggregate fruit. For example, custard apple. It is a free carpels. Carpels are free from one another. That become developed into fruitlets. It is a fruitlets stalk. It consists of only one seeds, each fruitlet. So all the fruitlets are fused and appears like a aggregate fruits. It is keyword apocarpus, not a syncarpus. Carpels are free from one another. Example, custard apple, Annona squamosa. Annona squamosa, custard apples. These are the example for aggregate fruit. The next composite fruit, it is developed from whole inflorescence. Whole inflorescence. The whole inflorescence become developed into composite, are also called multiple fruit. You know that what is called inflorescence? It is a group of florets arises on the common axis. A group of florets, many florets, either may be male flower or female flower with pedicel or without pedicel. A stalk of the flower is called pedicel. Many florets arises on the common axis. These are a group of flowers. They are said to be inflorescence. The whole inflorescence become developed into a composite fruit, but it appears like a single fruit. Each fruitlets are developed into fruit, but it appears like a single fruit. These are called composite. It's a two types composite. One is sorosis, another one is a syconus. Sorosis, then syconus. What is called sorosis? This type of fruits are developed from either maybe spike inflorescence, spike, or catkin inflorescence. Catkin. Spike, what's called spike? Sessile flower without pedicel arises on the racemose manner. Yes, it is a spike. Sessile flower without pedicel directly attached on the axis. Spike. Racemose manner. Older flowers are base, young flowers are apex. The racemose manner. These are called spike inflorescence. For example, jackfruit. Jackfruit. Then pineapple. These are the example for sorosis developed from spike inflorescence. Then catkin inflorescence. This type of fruit are developed from catkin. For example, mulberry. Mulberry, it is developed from catkin. What's called catkin? Unisexual flowers. Both male and female flowers are get separated, but arises on the common axis. Male flower called staminate flower. Female flowerets are called pistillate flower. Both the flowerets are arises on the common axis, but common axis. So the mulberry developed from catkin. These are called catkin inflorescence. Take for example jackfruit. Yes, it is a jack. There is a central fleshy axis. It's a fleshy axis from which many flowerets are arise in a racemose manner. Yes, these are called perianth. You know what is called perianth? It's nothing. There are no differentiate between calyx and corolla. That's called perianth. The perianth become developed into fruitlets. It contains only one seeds. The outer is covered with the external outgrowth. It's a tough external outgrowth. It's nothing but stigma of the florets. It is a jackfruits. Then what is called syconus? Syconus is developed from the special type of inflorescence is called hypanthoddium. Hypanthoddium. You know what's called hypanthoddium? Thalamus. Thalamus, it's become fleshy, juicy, that is edible in conditions. For example, fig, then people, then fig, for example, Ficus carica. Ficus carica. Fig. People, Ficus religiosa. Religiosa. Then banyan, ficus bengalensis. These are the example for Cyconus. In Cyconus, yes, it is a thalamus. Thalamus are fleshy in condition. It is a thalamus. The thalamus are juicy, succulent, fleshy in condition. To cover the whole inflorescence, it is composed of, there are three types of florets. Male flowers at the apex, female flower at the base, bisexual flower or gallflower at the middle portions. These whole inflorescences are covered by fleshy receptacle, are also called the thalamus, that become the edible portions. For example, once again, Cyconus developed from the special type of inflorescence is called Hypanthodium. Thalamuses are fleshy in condition, which is edible in nature. Example, fig, Attipalam. Its binomial name Carica, Ficus carica. Another one is people, Arasama, people. Its binomial name is Ficus religiosa. Then banyan, its binomial name is Ficus bengalensis. Next, simple fruit. First one is simple fruit. There are three types of fruits. One is a simple fruit, aggregate fruit, and multiple or composite fruit. I will explain one by one. First one is simple fruit. We know that simple fruits are developed from the single flower of the single ovary is called simple fruit. It is further classified into two types: simple fleshy, simple dry conditions. Simple fleshy, then simple dry fruit. Simple dry, I will explain later. Then first simple fleshy fruits. What's called simple fleshy? Pericarp is succulent. It is also called succulent fruit. The pericarp is succulent or fleshy or juicy in condition. And the three parts, pericarp of the three parts are edible. For example, epicarp, mesocarp, endocarps are edible in nature. It is further classified into, simple fleshy fruits are further classified into berry, Hesperidium, pome, pepper, Balasta, Amphisarca, then drupes. These are the 7 types: berry, Hesperidium, pome, pepper, Balasta, Amphisarca, drupe. Berry, it may be, there are 3 parts edible condition, especially the mesocarp, endocarp. These are the edible portion. Berry further classified into superior berry, inferior berry, pseudo berry, then special berry. 4 types berry. What is called berry? One or many seeded fruit, fleshy condition. Pericarp is fleshy in nature. Superior berry. What is called superior berry? It is a true berry. It is developed from superior ovary. For example, tomato, brinjal, grapes. It's a tomato. Epicarp, it's a skinny epicarp. middle fleshy mesocarp, inner endocarp. In the endocarp which form a pulp cavity in which seeds are found embedded. So all of these three pericarps are edible natures. For example, berry, tomatoes. Then inferior berry, what's called inferior berry? This type of fruits are developed from inferior ovary. It is also called false berry. For example, guava, Psidium gujava. Its binom name Psidium gujava, guava fruit, koya. This inferior berry. In inferior berry, the pericarp are fused with the thalamus, fleshy condition. That is the edible portion. Pseudo berry, for example, banana. Already I point out, without active fertilization, it is a seedless fruits. Special berry, these are called special berry. Hesperidium, pome, peppo, balasta, amphisarca, drupe, these are called special type of berry. These are special berry. So I will explain. Hesperidium. Hesperidium. Here, for example, citrus fruit. Citrus. The epicarp is leathery or skinny epicarp. Oil content is present. Epicarp. This type of fruits are developed from multicarpellary and syncarpal superior ovary. Multicarpellary, syncarpal superior ovary. Epicarp is skin or oil content present. Mesocarp is fibrous mesocarp. White is fibrous mesocarp. Meso, middle. Inner endocarp, which is divided into many compartments. And in the endocarp which produce a juicy, whitey, spongy hair which is in edible conditions. Spongy, juicy hairs which is edible conditions. For example, citrus. All the citrus fruits. This is Hesperidium. Then another one is pome. Pome, it is false fruits because it's developed from multicarpellary, syncarpous and inferior ovary. Inferior ovary. For example, apple, it is developed from inferior ovary, which is a edible parts, the thalamus. It is edible parts. See, actually it's a true fruits are there inside the thalamus. It is a true fruit. Seeds are present. It's a true fruit. The true fruits are enclosed by the development of fleshy thalamus. It is an edible portion. So the thalamus is the edible portion, so they are said to be false fruit. False fruits. It is a true cum false fruits. True fruits are inside. It is a seed. Inside, it is completely enclosed by thalamus edible condition. It is a pome. Then next one is balasta. Balasta. It is developed from multicarpellary, syncarpous superior ovary. Multicarpellary, syncarpous superior ovary. Here pericarp is thick and skinny or leathery pericarp. The mesocarp is membranous mesocarp. And the seeds are distributed irregularly. So which is a edible portions? A juicy testa. What's called testa? Outer seed coat. That is a edible conditions. Mesocarp or membranous mesocarp middle, in which the seeds are distributed irregularly distributed. It is a edible because the seeds outer seed coat is called testa. That is a juicy or succulent which is edible. For example, pomegranate. Pomegranate. Madhuram is an example for balasta. The next is amphisarca. Amphicerca. It is developed from multicarpary syncarpous inferior ovary. Here inferior ovary, this type of fruit. Here which is edible, the epicarp actually it's a woody conditions. Epicarp, outer epicarp, it's a woody or hard in portion. Middle mesocarp, endocarp, they are fleshy. Mesocarp, endocarp, along with the placenta, they are fleshy, which is edible. For example, wood apple. Its binomial name Aegle marmelos. Aegle marmelos. Commonly called bilvum fruit. Aegle marmelos. It is a wood apple, which is a edible portion, middle mesocarp, endocarp, along with the placenta. The next, drupaceous. Drupe, it is a one-seeded fruit. Drupe. Why do we get a one-seeded fruit? For example, mango, then coconut, Cocos nucifera. Mango, Mangifera indica, mango, these are the examples for drupe. It is developed from monocarpary unilocular, then superior ovary. It is only one-seeded fruit, fleshy fruits. Mango, the outer epicarp is skinny, which is edible, middle fleshy mesocarp, that is a edible juicy condition, that is a edible portion. Inner hard endocarp, already we know that inner hard endocarp is a hard portion, so they are called stone fruit. It is a stone fruit. Then Cocos nucifera, coconut, mesocarp is fibrous, which is used for making kair. Making kair, Cocos nucifera, which is a edible liquid endosperm. It is a edible in condition. These are the fruits that belongs to drupaceous. And along with this, another one example, for example, Zizibus zuziba. These are, which is edible portion. Epicarp and mesocarp is edible portion. Zizibus zuziba. This also belongs to drupaceae members. So, simple fleshy fruits over. Next, we are going to discuss simple dry fruits. The next, dry fruits. Second one is simple dry fruits. The dry fruits are pericarpine dry in conditions. You know, fruit wall, that's called pericarp is dry condition. Based on their nature of the pericarp, the dry fruits are classified into three types. One is dry dehiscent. It is also called capsular fruit, capsule. Then dry indehiscent. It is also called Achillean fruit. Achille. Then third one is schizocarpic fruit. So based on the nature of the pericarp, first one is dry dehiscent. I mean pericarp is dry in condition. They split open at maturity. These are called dry dehiscent. It is also called capsular fruit. Dry indehiscent. Pericarp is dry condition, but they do not split open at maturity to liberate the seeds. How they liberate the seeds? By decay of the pericarp. These are also called Achillean fruit. Schizocarpic, it is a characteristic which is of both dehiscent and indehiscent characters. I will explain one by one. First one is dry dehiscent characters. Is further classified into, first one is legume. It is also called pod. Then follicle. Third one is siliqua. Then fourth one is silicula. Legume. It is developed from monocarpary unilocular ovary. For example, of all the Fabaceae members. Fabaceae, legume. It is a pod. For example, pea, bean, all the gram seeds that belongs to legume. In legume, the fruits are decayed by both the sachos, both the ventral and dorsal sachos. Both sachos means both the margins are decayed. Okay, it is only one molecule that decays from where to where, from base to the apex. Legume, it is also called pod. Follicle, it is decays only one sachos. For example, larkspur. Larkspur are also called madar. It is also called calotropis. Calotropis. It is this type of fruits developed from bicarpellary syncarpous ovary, but it decays only one suture. Suture means only margin. Only one margins are decays to liberate the seeds. Larkspur. Then Siliqua silicula. Siliqua, these type of fruits are developed from bicarpellary syncarpous. Bicarpellary syncarpous. At the inferior ovary, it is this type of fruits are decays are opened by two halves from base to the apex. So one house, another house. This basically unilocular due to the formation of false septum is called replum. Replum. Due to the formation of false septum, it's become biloculous. How they are decays? These both halves are decays from where to where? From base towards the apex. For example, mustard. Mustard that belongs to Brassicaceae family, Brassicaceae or Cruciferaceae family. Both are same. Brassicaceae or Cruciferaceae. Mustard. What is the type of fruit? Siliqua. The next is Silicula. Silicula. It is similar to Siliqua, but it is a broad, flat portions. Broad and flat siliqua. For example, Hybris amara. Then Hybris amara. How, for example, it is a fruit. Yes, two halves. The two halves, how they are decays from base to the apex. It is a seed. Seeds. For example, Hybris amara. So these are the example types for capsular fruit. The capsules nothing but developed from monocarpellary ovaries. The next, it is developed from monocarpellary or unilocular ovaries. For example, legume, follicle, siliqua, silicula. Then fifth one is capsules. The capsules actually develop from multicarpellary syncarpous superior oval. Capsular fruit. It's a 5 types. Once again I would remember: legume, follicle, siliqua, silicula, then capsule. Next, capsule, how fruits are developed? It is developed from multicarpary syncarpous ovary. How the fruits are dehisced by many ways. First one is poricidal capsule. Poricidal capsules. Laculicidal capsule. Then third one is septicidal capsule. Fourth one is septifragal. In capsular fruits are dehisced by many ways. First one is poricidal, through pores. It dehisces through pores to liberate the seeds. For example, opium poppy, kasa, opium poppy. Laculicidal capsules through lacules. Fruits are dehisced through lacules. For example, cotton. The laculicidal capsules. Septicidal capsules through septum. For example, linseed. Another one is lady's finger, Abelmoschus esculentus, through septum. Through septum. This is a septum. Take is through middle of the septum to liberate the seeds. Septum. Another one is septifragal. The septums are divided or split into or break into many fragments. For example, datura. Septifragal, for example, datura. So these are the types of capsular fruits. The next, dry indehiscent fruit. Dry indehiscent. It is also called achenial fruit. The pericarp do not split open at maturity. These are called dry indehiscent fruit. It further classified into, the first one is achene. Next, caryopsis. Third one is Cypsela. Fourth one is Samara. Then fifth one is nut. These are the 5 types of achenial fruit. Achene, it is developed from monocarpal unilocular ovary. For example, Mirabilis jalaba. 4 o'clock plant, Mirabilis jalaba. Here, in achenial fruit, it is a seed. It is a pericarp, fruit wall, pericarp. The pericarp are free from the seed coat. They are not fused with the seed coat. It is achenial fruit, Mirabilis jalaba. Caryopsis, it is a dry, indehiscent, one-seeded fruit. It is called caryopsis. For example, paddy. Yes. It is a dry, indehiscent, one-seeded fruits. Caryopsis. For example, paddy, maize, wheat. These are the examples for caryopsis fruit. Dry, indehiscent, one-seeded fruit developed from monocarpal unilocular ovary. Next, Cypsela. This type of fruit developed from bicarpillary inferior ovary. 2 carpels only. For example, sunflower. This type of fruits are belongs to Compositae. Composite. It is the largest flowering plant family, Compositae. Old name newly called as Asteraceae family. Asteraceae. Example, sunflower, Tridax, Procampansis, Suncus, Tarazagum. These are the examples for Astraceae and Cypsella. In Cypsella, it is a fruit. It is also the pericarp are free from the seed coat. It's a pericarp. The calyx are modified into a external hair-like outer growth. These are called pappus. What is the function of this pappus calyx, which help to disperse the fruits? It is a pericarp. Pericarp of the fruit do not fuse with the seed coat. It is free from seed coat. Cypsella. The next, Samara. It is a winged seed fruit. Samara, winged seed fruit developed from Bicarparis incarpus. This is a fruit. It is a seed. Winged pericarp. I mean, the wings are developed from the pericarp. Yes, it is a wing-like structure developed from the pericarp, fruit wall. It is called winged pericarp. It is a seed. For example, Soria robusta. Robusta. It is a Samara. The next last, nut. Nut developed from Multicarpary syncarpus. Multicarpary syncarpus ovary. The pericarp are hard and woody. Pericarp hard and woody in conditions. For example, yes, it is a fruit. It is a fleshy portion, a fleshy stalk of the fruit. Stalk. It is a fruit that is called pericarp. Pericarp are hard in conditions. Its oil ducts are present. Center cartilages are present. Hard pericarp. For example, cashew nut. Cashew nut. Anacardia occidentalis. Then walnut. Walnut that belongs to nut. It's a dry, indehiscent fruit. So, dry, indehiscent woman. The next, schizocarpic fruit. Then what is called schizocarpic? It shows both the characteristics of dehiscent as well as indehiscence. What do you mean by, I mean, the pericarp of the fruits, the fruits dehisce into many one-seeded portions. One-seeded portion is called mericarp. So it shows the characteristics of both dehiscent and indehiscent characters. So it is further classified into lomentum, lomentaceous part. It is of two types: lomentaceous part, lomentaceous siliqua, lomentum, chemocarp, double samara are also called compound samara. Then cassirulus. Fifth one is rhegma. So these are the types. I will explain one by one. Lomentum. This type of fruit actually develop from monocarpal unilocular ovary. It is dehisced between the seeds. Yes, it is a fruit. There is a constriction between the seeds. Constricted portion, constricted. It is only one seeds are remain inside. Each portion is called mericarp. So the fruits are first dehisced into one-seeded portion is called mericarp. Each mericarp further do not dehisced, do not split open. For example, acacia, then Arachis hypogaea, groundnut. These are example for Lomataceous pod. Another one example for Lomataceous siliqua, for example, radish, Raphatus sativus radish. This lomentum, lomentum nothing but monocarpal unilocular. There is a constricted portion. These are the constricted portion between the seeds. The next cremocarp. Second one is cremocarp. It is developed from bicarpellary syncarpus inferior ovary. For example, Coriandrum sativum, Kottamalli. It is a fruit bicarpellary. Yes, bicarpellary fruit. There is an axis, central axis. It is dehisced into two mericarp. The fruits dehisced into two one-seeded portion is called mericarp. It is a mericarp. So it is attached by the stalk is called carpophore. These are the carpophore, fork. For example, Coriandrum sativum. Then third one is double samara, also called compound samara. It is nothing but samara fruits are divided into two samara. Yes, it is two mericarp. It is a winged portions. It is a winged pericarp. It is a mericarp. Single samara split into two samara. Hence it is also called a compound samara, also called a double samara. It is a mericarp. The wings are developed from the pericarp. These are also called winged fruit which help to dispersal of fruit and seeds. Example, acer. Then cassirolus develop from bi or multicarpellary ovary. The fruits are dehisced are split into four or many mericarps. For example, Asimo, Tulasi. Then Abutilon indigum. It is Tutti, Abutilon indigum. The fruits are split into four or many mericarp. For example, Asimum, Abutilon. This type of fruit is called cassirolus, developed from bi or multicarpellary ovary. Last one is Regma. It is developed from tricarpellary syncarpus. Tricarpellary syncarpus superior ovary. Yes. If you cut the fruit, 1, 2, 3, it is dehisced into 3 one-seeded cocci. 3 one-celled cocci. Trecma fruit, for example, Ricinus communis. Ricinus communis. Yes, thank you students. Go through my videos.